Wanted to write this line in Cantonese. I support you. And here's the
Okay.
problem. Here's the problem. You're already laughing. So I have this story where I was teaching a thesis film class. So basically, like in animation school, you make a student film, right? And I had this one student that wanted to make this beautiful story about a Chinese parent who didn't believe that they could make a living as a photographer. And overall, at the end of it, there's a happy ending. The dad, comes around and was like, all right, I got to support my kid. And they wanted to write this line in Cantonese, I support you. And here's the
Okay.
problem. Here's the problem. You're you're already laughing. We had a classroom full of Chinese people. I mean, half of them were Mandarin speaking, mainland Chinese speakers, but the other half were Cantonese speakers. But nobody knew how to say I support you in Chinese.
Oh my God.
Do you guys know how to say it?
Yes, articulate,
I
right?
mean, yeah, I would just say 我支持你.
Support
I think
你
我
support
support 你.
Well, yeah,
support,
okay,
yeah,
so
that's a
so
nickname.
yeah, so would you actually say 我 support 你 or would you say 我支持你?
阿仔，
我支持你.
我支持你. Oh, that sounds cool, I think.
Have
I
you
don't think
said that in your life?
why would I? No, I mean,
I don't think
perhaps.
I've heard anyone say that to me, like in English emotional sense for the English language.
Yeah.
我支持你. But like
你
支持,
支唔支持
支持你.
我？你撐啊！我撐你，撐啊！我撐你。But I don't
Okay.
know. That sounds more friend to friend,
Wait,
not like
yeah.
dad
Yeah,
to
yeah.
son.
Wait,
I
wait,
think
wait,
I've heard
wait.
it
Are you
from friends.
is the 赞 is wait. 我想我有人赞我. Wait,
支持
is that compliment or like
Yeah,
praise?
Like you said,
compliment.
oh, 赞. Oh, it's 赞 is compliment, right?
Okay,
赞.
赞. Okay.
But the word that Paji used was 찬.
赞. Now, let's go to your home language with your family, right? Do you know how to say the I support you in your parents' language?
Um, no. That I've never heard of.
We've never heard of in our lives.
Oh my
What is this
God.
phrase?
I support you, Tagalog. I don't even know.
So that's
I don't know.
hilarious.
Oh my God. I'm
But
trying to
So
look
funny.
now. Wait.
The whole class didn't.
no, what
Oh my
ended
God,
up
you know what it is in
happening?
English? Is sinusuportahan kita.
So they use an English word.
That's so funny.
Because it's really long. It's sinusuport. Look, sinusuport kita. I put it in the chat. It's so long, actually.
Oh my gosh.
Sinusuportahan kita. Okay.
Yeah, they're borrowing the English word.
Yep.
That's like, like you can't say 我愛你. You say I love you.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
I
why
know.
in like, Hong Kong, Macau, instead of 支持 they say support. And it comes from the word support because no one says, I guess, yeah, support.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. And I mean, I guess that's kind of like why I want to make the project. It's like, what if we heard those words?
Yes, I
What if we
loved it.
did? What if we heard it? Maybe then we can say it more often. I don't know.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's
Chi.
great. It's such a big community and so many people will relate to it, like, and even if it's not like specifically like Cantonese, even just like Asians, I feel like a lot of it's so relatable.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's the thing. It's like we want to tell universal stories. That was one
Yes.
of the big things for me, of like I'm coming from an Asian American upbringing, and I'm like, are these problems specific to Asian American? And then I went to Hong Kong, like, oh right, they have immigrants here too. Like,
Yes, exactly.
like there's immigrants all around, and that kind of
Yes.
like culture, generational thing is just gonna happen everywhere.
Yes,
Right.
So,
exactly. It's like there's so many like also people's like struggles like that we go through the same way but like in another version almost, like
yeah.
that's why we call ourselves outcasts because like we're in Asia, like in Macau, we're like seen very different looking. And then when you grew up in America, like it's like you're the like the minority. Like it's just like we know how to like that feeling. And I feel
Yeah.
like through these through social media really, like we really like found each other, especially
Mm-hmm.
Cantonese like speakers. Like I just feel like we just have like a very different bond. So niche, but it's like at the same time it goes viral.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, excited for Daising. It's gonna be
Super,
awesome.
super excited.
Thank you. Ah.
You have our support. Yeah, we support
Oh my God,
Leia.
thank you.
Oh, they support Leia.
Don't say sorry. Hi everyone, my name is Ellen and I'm the creator of DAISING, an indie anime series about a young girl with absentee parents who adopts a magic dog that turns out to be a wanted criminal. If she wants to keep her new best friend, she'll have to teach it to be an upstanding citizen. But the life of a parent is not an easy one. On her journey to raising her fur baby, she'll gain insights and empathy for her own mom, who she has a strange relationship with. Growing up in America, I've always dreamed of having a supportive relationship with my parents, and I envied my friends who could talk to their parents about anything. I didn't think that I would ever get there with my own family, but I did, and it's kind of insane. One of the realizations that I had on my journey is that I realized they were never taught how to love in the way that I yearned for and saw in the people that I was growing up around, and they themselves yearned for that kind of love. If your own parents and everyone in their society never said things like, I support you or I love you, how would they know how to say that to their kid? And I know from speaking to a lot of estranged parents that they miss their kids. They have regrets of how they handled, the past, but they just have no idea how to bridge that relationship or talk to them again. That's why I'm creating Dicing, in which we'll show broken relationships inspired by real stories I've gathered from people all around the world. And in each episode, we'll show examples of how to repair those relationships. Not everyone will have access to a good therapist or experience culturally diverse family dynamics to learn new ways of communication. So I hope that by putting them into a fun action comedy anime, viewers can learn, laugh, and grow with me. If you want to see the series come to life, we're raising money on Kickstarter to make our first episode animatic. Our campaign is live until June 6th, and we're still about $5,000 short of a proper budget. Thank you so much to everyone that has already backed us, and we look forward to bringing you more wholesome, hopeful stories. Bye!